Becoming a high-value woman, like any transformational journey, starts from having the right mindset. Surprisingly, most women completely overlook this step and focus entirely on the tactical strategies that often don't lead to the desired outcomes. Reality is, any tactical strategy, if not combined with a real mindset shift, is not effective and will never work. Being a high-value woman is 90% how you feel about yourself, which is predicted by your mindset, and only 10% how you communicate it to the world through your actions, your body language and how you treat yourself. It is how you feel about yourself which determines how you behave most of the time. Hence the mindset is the most important piece of the puzzle, and probably the missing piece to understanding why love and relationships are still a source of heartbreak and disappointment to many single women trying to find a decent person, or women unhappily married or in a relationship. If you are serious about becoming a high-value woman, you need to develop the mindset that can produce on demand the text messages, the phrases, body language and the attitude of a high-value woman. Here are the 9 most important high-value woman mindsets. 1. I determine my value, mindset. A high-value woman determines her own value. She does not allow something or someone outside of herself to dictate her worth, not her family, nor her friends, or her partner or society. People will always have different opinions about you, but this should not become the basis of your value. Most of the time, people's opinions depend on their insecurities and fears. Very rarely would you receive an unbiased opinion that is meant to help you improve yourself. Often you see amazing women who looked happy and fulfilled before meeting someone, only to lose all their spark and joy and become so miserable in a relationship. Often it is because their partner planted the seeds of low value in their minds. A high-value woman will never allow this to happen. She separates herself and her worth from any external inputs. 2. High-intention low-attachment mindset. A high-value woman does her absolute best to get what she wants but has very low expectation about it, and this is the secret behind her success. She has very little attachment to the outcome of a relationship, unless she is given solid reasons to do so. And this is valid, even when she really meets someone who seems to tick most of her boxes. She always has in mind that many other men would line up to be in a relationship with her if it doesn't work out, and she truly believes it. This mindset allows her to behave in a way that communicates her low attachment and shows confidence in herself, and that does not go unnoticed. It also allows her not to let her emotions get in the way of seeing things for what they really are and avoid making poor decisions. When you start expecting things to happen that depend on someone else, that's when you lose power over yourself, and you become low value. This is how you achieve this mindset. You need to remember that relationships or any human interactions are uncertain by nature, and that feelings need to be reciprocated in order to allow yourself to develop any sort of attachment. In other words, your attachment should be conditional, not given for free. You should always have at the back of your mind that not all men you like will like you back. In fact, it is a rare occurrence in life. You should expect everything from yourself and nothing from other people. Realizing that people come and go is part of life, but you simply cannot afford to experience it as the end of the world each time someone leaves your life. You should have full confidence in your ability to attract as many quality men as you want on demand, and that you always have options. Don't fear a negative outcome of a relationship, because you always assume it is your base scenario. 3. No fear of rejection mindset. If you have ever been rejected, you know how much it hurts. The difference between a woman and a high-value woman when it comes to rejection is her reaction to it. A high-value woman has accepted that rejection is part of the process. She even expects rejection, but she completely separates her value from what someone else thinks of her. That is why she does not fear being rejected. Being rejected does not say anything about your value, it just means that this relationship was not meant to be. 4. Take it or leave it mindset. Nobody is perfect. There is always room for improvement. But sometimes, even when you are doing your best, there will always be people who won't be happy and will expect more from you. The thing is that a high-value woman was not waiting around for any man to come into her life and ask her to improve herself. She has that mindset already. So when she comes across someone dissatisfied with the way she is, she has a take it or leave it attitude. It is not by any means an arrogant attitude, it simply says that she knows her worth and will not sell herself short to anyone. A high-value woman knows that she has a lot to offer, starting from herself, so she is not trying to convince anyone to see her value. A man has to deserve to be in her life, and one way he can show this to her, is by recognizing her worth just the way she is now. That's not to say that a man should not expect from a woman to adjust, or compromise or even to improve certain things, but he should not be expecting changes on the essence of who she is. 5. I put myself first, mindset. A high-value woman puts herself first and takes care of her needs before others, as she believes it's necessary for her to be able to give to others in a selfless manner. So how does putting yourself first make you a high-value woman? When you make yourself a priority in your own life, you are sending a clear message to the world that you love and value yourself, and that are not looking to gain anyone's love and validation. Most of the time, people will put others first not out of altruism, but out of desperation for love and validation from them. People think that by putting others before them, they will be loved in return. What they end up receiving is not true love and appreciation. They are instead taken advantage of. A high-value woman does not beg for love, nor does she need external validation from anyone, so she makes it clear that she is the most important person in her own life, and people choose to stay in her life knowing that, or leave. 6. I am my primary source of security and happiness, mindset. High-value woman sets herself as her primary source of security and happiness. She is a self-assured, confident woman who is content with herself. She is in charge of her own happiness and does not rely on her partner to make her happy. She is happy first by herself and she strives to share her joy and happiness with the right partner. You will never see a high-value woman demanding from others to make her happy and blaming them for her misery. 7. Quality versus quantity mindset. A high-value woman has an acute preference for quality over quantity. She values herself enough not to offer herself to just about anybody. She won't settle if her standards are not met even if she has to wait a very long time for that. So don't let anyone convince you that you are too picky, and that you should lower your standards, because you may end up alone if not. Yes, you should have a realistic view of your worth and who you can attract, but your standards are what they are and you should not settle for less. 8. Abundance, not scarcity mindset. A high-value woman always sees the glass half full. She believes there are enough men out there for her not to be panicking if it does not work out with one of them. She believes in her ability to always attract good people into her life, so she does not need to retain those who want to leave it. 9. Complementarity, not competition mindset. A high-value woman is not looking to compete with a man, but rather to complement him. When a woman tries to compete with her man, she is usually insecure and wants to prove something to herself, to him and to the world. Thanks for watching.